on Midday at 12:30. The owner of the Kentucky Maker Company is going to show us how to cultivate some creativity right here in the studio with crocheting.
Plus, resident chef Allison Davis is sharing tailgating recipes this week, and today she puts a new spin on a popular dish. This is Midday.
Good afternoon. Happy Tuesday. Thanks for joining us on a Midday at 12:30. I'm Amber Freeman.
And I'm Adam Banks.
How you feeling today?
Feeling great today. It's amazing how good you feel when you get up really early in the morning. I've been up since 6.
What time did you go to bed?
I went to bed at like 11, 12.
That's why. See, it doesn't feel so great if you get up super early and you're going to bed at like 2 or 3 in the morning.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Well, that's what you do when you're in news. But so you're feeling better today. That's good.
Yes,
I know
yes.
Mondays are usually your good days.
But in light of the event yesterday, or in light of the events this past weekend with Kentucky losing to Florida, I was a little upset on Monday. But hey, that's in the past. We got a new game this Saturday. We're going to learn about tailgating today on the show. We're all good. More tailgating treats.
It's Tuesday. Are we talking tailgating?
Yes, isn't it resident chef Allison Davis showing us some treats in the kitchen today?
Okay, I like that you're thinking ahead. I have some other food ideas we're going to talk about today. Have you ever been to IKEA?
I have been a couple times.
Okay. Have you ever been into their like kitchen / cafeteria and had any of their food?
No, I don't think those are places that you should go and eat.
Oh, well, I'm going to tell you, you are wrong because it's really, really good. They actually have great food.
Yeah.
They have entire kind of walk-through kind of buffet, like pick and serve, and a lot of their food is inspired by the Swedish culture because obviously that's who puts it on. It's super good. Has anybody here ever been in an IKEA kitchen? Tori, I'm looking at you. Tori's in here, our photographer, because there's another story he's trying to argue. So you're going to get pulled into that. You've been to an IKEA kitchen? Do you like it? It's really good, right? It is. It's really, really good. Just take my word for it. The desserts are amazing. Well, apparently, one of the IKEAs overseas tried to add a new menu item to their selection, and it's their new jerk chicken with rice and peas.
Okay.
Yeah, it didn't go down so well. It's been slammed because the warehouse chain made the traditional Caribbean dish using apparently the wrong ingredients.
Okay, the Swedish-based retailer received immediate backlash after a photo of the dish was shared on Twitter with the following caption: "This is IKEA's jerk chicken and rice and peas, and I'm not going to eat it." The Jamaican dish is traditionally made with pigeon peas or kidney beans and typically cooked in coconut milk and topped with spring onions. In a statement to Fox News, IKEA apologized and said it was relooking at the dish. It was not clear if the dish was pulled from the menu while IKEA investigates.
Okay, so basically my question for you is not have you ever had Caribbean food, because I'm guessing you don't because you don't like spicy.
Right, is that you would be safe to assume that?
Yeah, it usually has a little bit of a kick. My question here, are we being too sensitive by saying that a restaurant like IKEA, which prides itself on its international diversity, is wrong in introducing a dish that is not maybe traditionally right, but maybe it's just inspired by the actual dish?
Yeah, I would say that people are afraid to get out of their comfort zone too with this. Using the wrong ingredients, I don't know if I would try that either. I mean, I cannot with a good conscience eat at places that don't focus on food alone. Like when there's a place like even Walmart, when they have a restaurant in there, I don't like to eat in places that don't focus on food.
Walmart and IKEA are very different, and you're missing out. Let us know if you think people are being too PC with this, and if they're just being a little too nitpicky on whether or not this is right. But let's get to my favorite news study that every man in here, Tori's like up and ready to punch me or something.
All the men are standing.
Well, that's because they're always standing. All right, a new study from Cornell University suggests one reason U.S. marriage rates are at a 150-year low is because of a shortage of economically attractive men. Okay, so what the study is saying, I'm going to break this down for you. I'm not going to tell my opinion so much, I'm just going to tell you the opinion, is that marriage rates, this is a fact, this can't be argued, are at the lowest they've been in 150 years. They're saying because men are not stepping up to women as women continue to rise. So that means economically unattractive can mean they don't have a bachelor's degree and they're not making at least $40,000 a year salary. And that they're not leveling up to women as they continue to rise. What do you think of this?
Well, a wise man once told me women in their 20s are looking for potential and women in their 30s are looking for reality. So
was that advice from 50 years ago?
No, let me tell you something. A lot of people are snatched up because a lot of people, when they're younger, they're superficial, and women are very superficial towards men. They don't date them because of the silliest things.
Did you just say that, Adam?
Yes. I mean, think about it. Oh, I'm not going to date this person because he don't have enough tattoos. I mean, really? You're really not going to date somebody because you don't have tattoos?
I don't know what kind of women you talk to, but I wish we had more time to argue this, because what you're saying is basically arguing with everything the study is saying. It's saying women, as time has gone on, are getting better degrees. They're making more money. They're becoming CEOs.
As they should be.
And they need men that are going to keep up with them so that they can have conversations, so that they can be equal in relationships. And men are still thinking that they want somebody with tattoos, or in their 20s are looking for somebody just hot.
And there you go.
What do you think?
Well, I'm telling you, it's just, I think.
Tori walks off.
Yeah, I have no over here. I think that.
I love putting Adam in the hot seat,
yes,
by the way.
I'm just like squirming over here in my chair.
Why do you think marriage has declined? Real quick, let's just go there, because I'm not trying to put you off that way, but this is what the study is actually saying. It's not going into why people are getting married at certain ages. It's just saying women are at a different space in life than they were 50 years ago. So 150 years, lowest decline, there has to be some reason.
I think it's just by choice. I just think people are not getting married. I don't think it's I think everybody can get married if they wanted to. I think it's just personal choice.
But do you think that these reasons are part of the choices why they're deciding not to?
No, I think it's a lot of their own fault because of the decisions they made when they were younger. They let a lot of the good ones go.
Please let that, please talk to us on Facebook. Talk to me on Twitter. I want to hear what you ladies think of this, and you men. Well, still to come, we are getting crafty in the studio with Sandy Savage.
But first, a Dancing with the Stars recap with Hunter Lisley. Stay with us. You're watching Midday.
It has been a fun show. We've been making Adam sweat. So now we're just going to put him in a little bit more maybe of an uncomfortable situation. Yes. We have Sandy Savage back on the show. I'm so excited to have her here. Of course, she owns a Kentucky maker company. You're a boutique shop kind of here in Lexington where you teach people how to get crafty.
Yes, absolutely. We started the Kentucky Maker Company so that people could learn how to cultivate creativity in their own life. So we have tons of classes. We have an embroidery class tonight. We've got a knitting and crochet class next week. We just want people to be able to pick up some new skills.
And they're all open to the public.
Yes.
So anybody can go. Don't be intimidated. You can just go in there. It's safe. It's safe, Adam.
It's safe, Adam.
It's a safe-free zone for the men. Okay, cool. So if I was to go into one of your classes, what type of things will I see in there?
A lot of yarn.
Okay.
We have a lot of.
They're picking on me
As you
today,
can
folks.
see, a lot of yarn. We actually just became the distributor in the state of Kentucky for Loopy Mango, which is this big yarn. So you see a ton of that.
Okay.
That's big yarn, though. That's not like yarn you see in the stores, right? What do we make with this kind of yarn?
Exactly. You can make cute scarves with that. You can make a little hat with
Blankets?
that. Blankets. Here's a nice blanket made out of it.
Okay.
Anything.
Well, but today we're not going to work with that kind of yarn. What are you going to try and teach us today? Try.
I am not going to try. Trying is lying. I'm going to teach you how to crochet, and I'm going to teach you too, Adam.
Okay, I'm confident that I'll be able to tackle this.
All right. All right, give us the first step, and then I want to ask you a little bit about crochet.
Okay. The very first step is to take your crochet hook.
So this is a hook, not a needle.
You all have great big hooks.
Did you give us plastic ones on purpose? Is this for safety?
Yeah, why does yours look different?
But those were the large ones that I had on me. So we're
Okay.
gonna learn. Okay. So the first step would be to take the end of your yarn.
Just any size yarn works.
Any size yarn. You can put
That
your
down.
hook down. I just wanted you to get the feel of it in your hand. Now you're going to make a slip knot. Do you know how to make a slip knot?
Is that like a horse
That's like
knot?
that. and then you pull through the top.
This one I can do. Because
Yes.
that's how we tie our
A
horses.
slip knot.
Yeah.
That's exactly correct.
Or tying a trash bag.
Or tie a trash bag. So you make a slip knot.
I probably need to make mine 6. Do you need to be able to pull it out?
You need to pull it out just
Okay,
a
so
little
I'm
bit.
gonna
There you
make mine a
go.
little longer.
Okay, mine's a little thin.
You totally know that slip
Okay.
knot. Look at you. Then you pick up your hook,
Okay.
stick it in that little slip knot, and tighten it up just a little bit.
So we pull with both hands.
Yeah, not so it's super tight. You want it to still be able to slide. Adam, I know you can do it.
Hold on, I'm
I
trying to get my
know you
knot
can
undone.
do this.
Can you start at the other end?
Oh, I got it.
Just
I got
undo
it,
the
I got
yarn.
it,
He got it, he
I
got
got
it,
it,
he
I
got
got
it,
it,
he
I
got
got
it. Okay, now, what you're gonna do is, this is called a yarn over.
Okay.
You're gonna take your hook under it, you're just gonna hook that piece of yarn and
Okay.
pull it straight through.
So wait, what did I miss there? So we hold this with both hands.
Take your hook, pull it this way, so you're gonna go under the yarn and then through the loop.
Oh, because that's why it needs to be a little looser.
Uh-huh.
Gotcha.
Under the yarn and through the loop.
Ah, and then pull this one down.
Under the yarn and through the loop. Now my grandmother,
Adam, are we doing this okay?
I am struggling.
I think you may need a personal lesson.
But you have something going there.
You have something.
It's tied around the, what is this called again?
That is a hook.
The hooks. Yes,
That
it's
is a
tied around the
hook.
hook.
I mean, it looks nice. Sandy, all right, we're
But look at you.
gonna continue to try. Well, I don't know about that. But crocheting, it's something that younger people are doing. It's not just for
Yes.
grandmas anymore.
Absolutely, anybody can. I mean, really, if you come in and take an hour class, you will know how to make a sweater after that if you're crocheting. Or at least a scarf, a hat. You can learn how to do it.
All
Easy
the
to do.
Yes, I need some one-on-one though.
Adam, you'll get it. I have faith. All right, Sandy, how do we find you and how do we find out more about these classes?
Well, you can go to KentuckyMakerCompany.com, or you can go to our Facebook, Kentucky Maker Company, and that has all the events on there. We're located in the 3-story building in between Bicycle Face and Haven on East Short Street.
And all kinds of classes, not just
Yes.
crocheting.
We have an embroidery class tonight. We've got a knitting class next week and a crochet class next week too.
I can see you being a good embroiderer.
Yes, and I want to learn how to make Afghans.
And Adam, I warned him that it was going to be a rough show for him. I'm impressed. We got to give you an A for effort.
Oh, thank you so much. It's been an interesting show.
Absolutely.
And Sandy, you'll be back with us next month. We're going to try a new craft. Maybe we'll have a scarf made by then.
I think
Maybe.
so.
Thank you so much for being here, Adam. Thank
you for
you.
having me.
Have a great one. We're almost halfway through the